What's going on, guys? Rob with 3STRONG. Today, I want to talk about intensity, because intensity is something that I feel like people, not everyone has a good grasp of, has a good understanding of in terms of what is the spectrum, what is easy and what is hard and what is failure. And there's a variety of things that we can do that are going to have a certain level of intensity, even though it might be a different form of exercise. For instance, I'm standing in front of the 3STRONG PR board. We have multiple lifts, and so a lot of these are 1-rep maxes for each of these lifts. That takes a lot of effort, and that effort will just say intensity. And so people are pushing themselves to the limit on these lifts. And if you were to, describe that on a scale of 1 to 10, most people would say, well, it was at least a 9, it was most likely a 10. That was just absolutely challenging. That was very hard. That was as hard as I could push myself. Well, what if we went with a lighter weight and we said, I want you to do as many reps as you possibly can with that weight. And you're going to go and you're going to feel a burn, and your body's going to keep on moving, and you're still going to feel this burn. You're going to keep on moving, and then there will be a point where your body cannot physically perform any more reps, and that is that failure point. And that intensity is still, let's put it at a 10. But when you are reaching that 10 on the scale of intensity, your body, or I shouldn't say your body, yes, your body told you when to stop. You reached that limit. However, for the most part, I think a lot of people let their minds dictate when to stop. And that's when it makes things difficult to gauge intensity, because if you do not have perspective, if you do not have, let's just say, the mental grit, whatever you want to call it, to push yourself at that point, then you are putting limitations on yourself. And those are only mental limitations. They're not physical limitations. And that's where people mistake the one for the other. That if I'm telling myself to stop, then the intensity must be high, even though my body can keep on moving. I've seen it before plenty of times in the gym where you have people doing light weight and they're doing reps and they're still doing reps and they're just saying, oh my God, this is so hard. There's no way that I can do any more reps. Maybe 2 more. Okay, this is really hard. This is just I'm probably going to throw up. This is so hard. And you're like, well, what I'm seeing and what you're doing are 2 different things. Or what you are saying are 2 different things from what I'm seeing. And, it doesn't really match up. So this is what I want you guys to do. Try to push yourself to that point. Not necessarily failure, but if you can, say on a strength movement, obviously failure is much easier than, I don't want you to go out on a run and get to that failure point. But what that might look like is a faster pace, or hiking up a really steep mountain that you're not used to. Push the intensity level up. See what you are made of. Once you do that, now you have a really good understanding of this is very, very difficult and this isn't very hard at all. And the more you get used to pushing yourself to that point, you will be absolutely amazed at what you can now accomplish. I can't tell you how many times I've done one of these crazy obstacle races, or like a go-rec challenge or something where I physically pushed myself to the limit, that even in daily life, nothing that has to do anything with exercise, I get to that point where I take my mind back to, God, I didn't give up on myself then. Why should I stop now? Even on the little things. So you not only get the physical benefits of pushing yourself to that point, but you also get the confidence to know I am capable of pushing myself far beyond what I thought I was actually capable of. And can I do amazing things? Give that a shot. Push yourself harder than what you thought you could do, and you'll be amazed at the results. Okay? See you tomorrow.